Welcome to another daily longing stream. The last, hopefully, big longing stream. I've always planned this to be daily, to be like around 10 minutes. But the one thing we haven't done so far, which has only been in 2, is actually play the damn thing. So we're gonna try to do as much and get as far as we can, given the circumstances. But as always, the show is all about talking about what's on my mind, what I've done in the last 24 hours. Anything hot, anything, follow where it goes. And today's a big one because I'm going to be previewing what's coming next on my streams, because I'm going all in. I'm going all in on content, on everything. By the way, in the game, this door here took 2 hours real time to get in, got in, and this is what I was met with. 4 long paths. Brutal. So I got lost the first time, so we're going to do it clockwise, baby. Always top left, bottom left, and we'll go with the flow. And that was not on purpose. So yeah, as you can see in the title, we got a few things to talk about. Most notably, my content, Joker. There's a comic book. Ooh, there's nothing here. We've been disappointed 3 times. Good stuff. Hopefully we'll get to 5 by the end of this stream. Joker. There's a Joker comic book coming. Now, that's not that big a deal, but there hasn't been a Joker comic book since the 70s, which straight up, you can buy Batman, Superman, and just Joker right there on the shelf. So it's a pretty big deal, and I will tell you why it's going to be great. I have literal visual proof, so I'm pretty pumped about that. This might be another cul-de-sac. We'll see. Another one. A rock as hard and heavy as my disappointment. 4 disappointments. I told you, we're going to get 5. We're getting there. Second of all, I'm going to talk about curse words. It's not literal curse words. It is the comic book curse words. Again, I have visual proof. I just finished it last night. I'm just going to show you what it's like. It's pretty good. Nothing too crazy. So it's just going to be it's not, anyway, we'll get into it. And not lastly, there's 2 more things. Josef Fares, one of my favorite developers. He's extremely charismatic. He's probably top 3 most charismatic video game developers, directors, whatever you call them, designers on the planet. And he did A Way Out, and he did Brothers: A Tales of Two Sons. So not only is he huge in terms of charisma, but he's an indie developer. So it's really cool to see that mix. The biggest personality, but technically still small games. So he's doing It Takes Two, but we're not talking about the game. It's funny because I started here, went back, right back here, man. And it took me 3 minutes. Crazy, this game. And he did an interview for It Takes Two, and he made some crazy statements. So I'm going to reenact him because it was written. We're just going to say what he said, and trust me, it's hilarious. Josef Fares is the best. The King seems to have abandoned this area a long time ago. He's the guy who 2 years ago at the Game Awards said fuck the Oscars. So that was a huge gaming moment. Ridiculous gaming moment, but still, it's a meme and everything. So yeah, we'll talk about that because it's too funny not to reenact. And there was one final thing. Oh yeah, Miles Edgeworth. It's Ace Attorney Miles Edgeworth Investigations 2, a Japan exclusive Ace Attorney game. Been fan translated, so I've been playing that. I just finished the first case. I'll give you some thoughts on the series as a whole, because it's one of the best in terms of storytelling in all of gaming. So I got to talk about that just a little bit. So yeah, that's on the docket. But again, this one, last long stream, it's all about the game. This is mostly what I'm going to be concentrating on, like right now. Trying to find solutions, solve my problems, but somehow just keep running into walls. So yeah, this game is, as you can see, up top, this is the counter. 393 days it will take for this game to technically finish, I guess. So until then, there's a lot of times where you gotta wait a specific amount of times. And because I've been lost and barely exploring, we haven't found anything interesting in the game since I started. And I've been playing this for 3 hours now. Anyway. So yeah, what's coming up? I'm very excited because Tuesday, I know we're going to keep doing this every day. I'm still going to keep on playing. I'm going to do another Indivisible stream, probably the last one, to collect the next 5 characters. What else was I playing? Oh yeah, Gears of War 4. I'm going to finish Gears of War 4 in the coming days. And I'm also going to start Far Cry 5, the last DLC I haven't done, and apparently the best Far Cry DLC of the whole series, which is Vietnam. So it's Far Cry Vietnam. I'm very excited about that. Should be brutal. And so yeah, and I'm gonna finish that because I did Lost on Mars, which is Far Cry on Mars, and the Zombies DLC, which were both pretty good, but they were all a build up to Vietnam. Oh, climb here. Let's go see what this rock does. You know what? I can push this rock down so I can climb it, and then we can reach that upper path. First time there's actual gameplay elements other than walking, and you know, just walking and discovering things. So this is gonna take a while. Perfect. This is the kind of thing I need. So, but Tuesday, baby. Tuesday is the start of my weekly show, Tier List Tuesdays. Now, I'm literally doing it on Tuesday for that stupid pun, but it's going to be fun. So it's just going to be tier lists every Tuesday. They're going to be extremely random, mostly based around fun. Like, it's just going to be fun. Of course, I'm going to do serious ones every now and again. And because I have my meat in all these different pies in terms of entertainment, like passions and everything, trust me, I could do this literally for the rest of my life and not do half of the topics that are even possible for me to do. So, and we're starting strong, baby. We're starting extremely strong. My first Tier List Tuesdays is gonna be Disney princesses. Very big, heavy topic. This is no joke. We're gonna rank them, but it's not gonna be serious. It is a joke. I apologize for saying it was no joke. It is gonna be a joke. We're not taking it seriously. It is just my opinion, and it's not gonna be. It's gonna be based off everything, the character's journey, personality, everything, right? So, and there's a lot, and we're gonna include some weird ones, like Moana's gonna count. If you've been a female lead in a Disney film, you're in there. I might even put Jessie in there just for fun, you know? Why not? Okay, you know what? Maybe not Jessie. Now that I think about it, I don't want to stick to the princess moniker. It's about, female leads in Disney films. I'm already backing myself in the corner here. Damn it. So yeah, that's Tuesday. Very excited. And of course, I'm going to keep on playing what I'm going to be playing. Man, this rock. Can you imagine somebody streaming this game without a plan? Just going at it? Man, trust me, that will never happen to me. Every day I'm going to be like, this is it, baby. This is what we're doing. And it should be 10 minutes instead of 50. Okay, the king will not like this adventurous spirit of mine. By the way, I'm walking by myself here. I'm not... Usually you can't walk without telling him to. This is the first time this has happened, so I'll just let it roll. And I like this because I don't have to click and hold. And last bit for a preview of my channel. I realized that I really want to become like a DLC channel because I love DLC, man. I love expansions and story-based DLC, and I believe most people, not only do they not finish games, but they don't play the DLC. I would guess like 50%, and unless it's something huge, where the DLC is like extremely important. I'm trying to find an example. Maybe like GTA 4, because I don't know. But still, I would think that number would be relatively low. So I want to showcase them because they're amazing. Like they take everything that's great about the main game and they expand on it in an interesting way. So it cannot be a sequel, right? And I got a few examples of what I'm talking about. This cave seems to be gigantic, all the way out to the outside world. Yeah, I'm guessing that would be the end, is us leaving this cave. Again, it's going to be in months, if not a year from now, which is crazy. So yeah, and the big three examples are the big three Ubisoft games that just came out. Ubisoft has been killing it in terms of DLCs, so I bought all three. Watch Dogs 3, I will stream completely. We will do that whole game because it just looks fun. I'm just going to be messing around, and it's low stakes, right? Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I'm playing it right now. Medium graphics, unfortunately, which is why I'm not streaming it. Plus, it's so gigantic. Trust me, you wouldn't want to watch that. But we will stream the DLCs. And finally, Immortals Phoenix Rising, same thing. Breath of the Wild, Zelda, Ubisoft, fantastic at playing it by myself because it's a puzzle game. I don't know, same thing. I would feel it would be boring. But we will stream the DLC, and we'll get into it. Like, right now, actually. Real quick, Watch Dogs 3, DLC, you get 4 additional characters. To be honest, like, you have silhouettes. First of all, you have Aiden Pierce from Watch Dogs 1. Sucks. No one cares. Aiden Pierce is the worst. But it looks like you have 2 Cyberpunk characters. You got the girl with the pink blue hair. Haven't played it, but You know what I'm talking about, and probably the main character. But that's just based off the silhouettes, and they have 2 episodes that are based around Aiden Pierce. So in terms of those 3 games, that's probably the weakest DLC, but still, we'll check it out. The Valhalla is extremely exciting. You have I think the Secret of the Druids, and you're going to be exploring a druid. I read it. I never said this word in my whole life. Druidic cult. Crazy. In Ireland, so it's going to be a new country. It's not even a new environment; it's a whole new country. Can't wait. And the other one is the Siege of Paris. So we're going to be attacking Paris. It looks like the image is like the giant castle. So, and I'm pretty sure the Viking fails that one. So that should be good. And also, it comes with if I buy it right now, I have this mission right now, and it's the Legend of Beowulf in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and they tease it with like a silhouette of a witch. Looks pretty cool. So those 3. Very exciting. Finally, another living creature. Maybe this little spider will be my friend. Again, I must play the game. I'm here. Man, when I start rambling, I could like just go on forever because I love stuff so much. And finally, Immortals. Very exciting. The first DLC sucks. It's literally Challenge of the Gods and a battle arena. So it's a battle arena and more like harder shrines, like in Zelda. But second DLC looks extremely good. It's the Eastern Kingdom. So we're going to Asia. So we're going to have a whole new hero, and it's Chinese mythology. Crazy. So I can't wait what to do with that. And that's a perfect example of what I mean by what DLC does and the power of it. It's a whole new character, a whole new environment, whole new culture, right? But it's not big enough or worthy enough to be a sequel. So what do? You make a sick DLC out of it. Instead of 60 hours, you make it like a tight 14 hours. You know what I mean? I love that stuff. And the third DLC is also extremely exciting. New hero where you're trying to reunite all the gods. But the twist is that the gameplay is completely changed, and apparently it's a top-down action game. So the camera's going to be up top, and we're looking down. Kind of weird, but again, that's the kind of open ideas I'm open to. And this idea probably wasn't good enough for a real game, so why not put the Immortals paint job on it, you know? That's just the beginning. Doom Eternal, The Ancient Gods, Part 1 came out, Part 2, I'm gonna wait. Once Part 2 comes out, we're streaming that, baby. And it's one of the last games that my computer can still run on high, so I'm gonna be quite excited about that. So yeah, man. And that's just, again, you know, Final Fantasy 15, I have so many games that have DLC that Ni no Kuni 2. And the more I think about it, the more, like, that's the kind of stuff I want to do on top of, you know, the obvious, like, the list is endless. I want to, you know, Samurai Jack, like, so many. Pretty excited. Cyberpunk is a perfect example. That one, 2 years. I'm waiting 2 years to play that game. Because all the DLC will be out, it will be completely fixed, and it will be the thing it was always supposed to be. Recently, the developers said that the game was supposed to, they thought in their heads while developing the game that the game was going to come out in 2022. And that, it's crazy. Imagine you're making something, you're like, 2022, baby, I got plenty of time, right? And then your boss comes in, he's like, we're releasing in 4 months. 4 months, you know? I thought I'd be doing this for 2 years. You're giving me 4 months? That's you know? And that's what happened. It's pretty brutal. So, yes, I can't wait 2 years to play that game. Plus, they always do this. I did the same with Witcher 3. I didn't play Witcher 3 until both DLCs were out, and it was like the complete edition, but we don't have the mattock. My nose is not quite sharp enough to carve out this crystal. Maybe I can find a handy mattock. By the way, mattock? I've never seen that anywhere ever. That word. Isn't it a pickaxe? Whatever. It's probably their word for it. What was I saying? It was about... yeah, Cyberpunk. But yeah, we're pretty much done. Witcher 3. So yeah, Witcher 3, I played it completed edition, and because I played it with it completely fixed and completely perfected, Witcher 3 is now my second favorite video game of all time. You know who isn't anybody's favorite video game of all time? Cyberpunk. And probably, like, millions of people played that game. Millions. It's crazy. And it's trash. It's completely broken. But in 2 years, it might be the best game you've ever played. That's the difference. All you have to do is wait. It's crazy. So I'm pretty excited about that. I don't know why I went on that rant. I apologize. Moving on, baby. So that's pretty much it for that. Yeah, let's get into Joker. Joker comic coming from the writer is Tinian Fourth. Anyway, he's like the big Batman writer right now. So the writer who's writing Batman is also writing Joker, and he's been Scott Snyder's second in command, like, for a long time now. Like, later on, right after this stream, in fact, I'm gonna do a video on Doomsday Clock and The Batman Who Laughs being like my best Batman story, written by Scott Snyder, right? But there are issues in here where it's a story by him and Tinian wrote the words. So anybody can come up with a story. The scriptwriter actually has to make that a reality. So he's been doing with Scott for years. In the background. It's crazy. I'm gonna show you this in a minute. But same thing here. Like, there you go, James Tinian Fourth. James Tinian 4, whatever. It's a weird name. I apologize. But again, it's Scott Snyder first, and then James right after. Because they work on it together, yes, but James is the one who usually writes the words now, where it didn't used to be the case back when Scott was writing Batman. Man, again, I did not have to go into why the writer. But the point is, the writer is not bad, is my point here. Because imagine not only having to write a Joker comic book, but the pressure of that is pretty insane. By the way, we got it. Disappointing achievement, baby. I told you guys, by the end of the stream, we would get 5 disappointments. This is it. I crawled in here looking for something of value, but all I found was another disappointment. Yeah, baby. By the way, this game so far has been nothing but disappointments. So hopefully I'll turn around by the end of this one. But I'm not giving up. Every day, baby. Every day. So the reason why Joker is going to be good is the artist. Okay, the artist, I believe, is Gilliam March. And the reason I know he's going to be the best is, I've read, all the Joker stories. And Joker is hard to badly write, and he's hard to badly draw because he's such a passionate character. If you're an artist, like, of course you're going to practice, like, doing the Joker at least once or twice, just coming up, Same thing with Batman, and same thing with a writer. Like, Joker is crazy. He's extremely malleable in the same way Batman is. Oh, hello there, friend. Dude, can we catch this spider? If we can catch this spider, this game has now become special. Here we go. Visit friend. Hey, buddy. Oh, no. Is he okay? He has to be okay, please. Hey, buddy. Buddy? Okay. He's walking in real time. To be honest, there's no reason to go back up. We're just going to walk with him. You know what? That's going to take forever. He's probably going to find a different spot. You know what? He might go up here. Let me see if he does that. Anyway, so we finally got some gameplay. So yeah. In this Justice League... Ooh, there we go. Climb web. Oh, okay. And see, he's building it in real time. My only friend, the spider, is crafting a web. I can climb it once it's strong enough for my fragile body. This could take days. Days, baby. And the crazy thing about this one is that they don't tell us the amount of days. There's a stalagmite that has probably fallen by now. Yep. Oh, wait. No, it hasn't. It will be fallen tomorrow. We're going to do that tomorrow. But days, man. We'll have to come back, like, in a week. That's how it goes. At least we got a new path. So I'm happy we actually made progress here. We finished this entire section. We didn't get lost. Moving on. So yeah. Gilliam March, right? And Gilliam March did one issue of Justice League here. From Scott. With Scott. All about the Joker. Because this entire run of Justice League, which is fantastic, but I'll talk about it another day because I'm only midway through, but it could be one of the best ever. Probably, it's already top 3. It's that good. Scott Snyder's Justice League. But, so yeah, literally the first page, okay? Yeah. Again, Guillaume March. The first page is a Joker, like, balloon. Look at this. Wait, let me try to, in the corner. Anyway. It's beautiful, right? Now, that's not Joker Pryor. Joker Pryor literally appears the next page. Again, he's all over this, right? And and this one, he's extremely mad. He's a pissed off Joker. It's a story about, like, him confronting Lex, being like, for the control of the Legion of Doom. And the Batman Who Laughs is involved. This is probably one of the most easy image to be like, damn, son. And this guy is going to be drawing the comic. I don't know for how long. And also, the comic itself apparently has like more happy Joker. So this is the dark side of it. So I'm pretty excited to see the light side. And by the way, on the bottom there, he Jokerized like a ton of villains. Cheetah, Gorilla Grodd. I love Parasite right here. He's got like spice coming out of his skin, but he still has that Joker smile. Gotta love it. But so yeah, that's why. That's why it's gonna be good. At the very least, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it always comes down to the writing and like the idea and the concept, right? What is he gonna be doing in this comic, right? But good art can take you a long, long way. And in my opinion, they literally could not find a better artist for Joker. Because in my opinion, this is one of top 2 best Jokers I've ever seen. And number 2, I would have to like search, you know. Just right off the eye. The second I saw the Joker in this book, I was like, damn. You know? And he's the one doing the entire Joker comic series. So that's why it's gonna be great. Now this one I had to stop playing, of course, because I was holding the dang thing. I just realized that all my topics today, I literally have to stop playing. This was a bad idea. Okay, did we go down here? I don't think we did. Yeah. So we'll continue. Man, I said we would do so much of the game, and all we're gonna end up doing is like one small side path. We did do that spider, so in the end, it's no loss. So the last thing I can do while actually playing, because the other ones are more show and tell stuff, is Ace Attorney. Ace Attorney, the Miles Edgeworth Investigations 2 Japan only DS game. Dear Lord. Anyway, so you just download a DS emulator, and it's so deep into the Ace Attorney franchise that chances are just to get to it, it would take like 5-6 games, but it's such a great franchise in terms of storytelling, especially. So yeah, and you play the prosecutor. Usually you're the defense attorney, Phoenix Wright, or Ace Apollo, and weird names, Japan. But in this case, you play the usual antagonist of that series, which is Miles Edgeworth. Thing is, he's extremely honorable. So yes, in those games, he's on your ass, and he's like, you know, you're wrong, here's why, usually, and you have to break that down to find the truth. But he, as Phoenix Wright and Miles Edgeworth has the same thing in common, and is that they believed in what's right. And Miles Edgeworth sometimes is just wrong because he's missing the information. And usually the point of the game is finding that information, putting it in his face, and winning the case. And in this case, it's you don't go to the courtroom. It's before the courtroom. It's the investigation that makes Miles so sure that who he's representing is guilty. You know? So in this case, you're actually, you know, finding out real criminals, real people that are guilty, instead of defending people that are not guilty, that were accused of doing something horrible. But it's the same gameplay of constantly going, oh, because it's revelation after revelation, twist after twist, and it's extremely good. I cannot recommend the Ace Attorney series enough. It's available on PC, it's available on Switch. Ace Attorney Trilogy, very easy to get into. Yeah, it's good stuff. So, yeah, I'll keep on going with that. Later on, a piece of lapis lazuli. Ooh, this is like straight up paint. Like, it's crazy because the game starts in your room, and I assume that every time you would restart the game, that's where you would start. Oh, that's another disappointment. At the end of this shaft. You know what I'm talking about. There's nothing here. Nothing. 6 disappointments. Like, look. If they were smart, the developers, they would put something white right over here. But they didn't. It's just disappointment. Apologies for that joke. But man, this game, I have to amuse myself, right? Okay, so curse words. Actually, this one, it's not too bad of a show and tell because I'm just going to talk about it small, not long. Volume 5. It's only 5 volumes. Okay, curse words. Charles Soule is the writer. Very good writer. He did. It's written right here. Daredevil, Star Wars. He wrote Star Wars. Yeah, he wrote that for that first Star Wars series. That's right. When it started at Marvel. And Ryan Brown is the artist, and that's where the main focus is. The art is insane. You can just see it on the cover right here. It's extremely detailed. It's extremely colorful, and it pops. You know what I mean? Like it's that comic book art that pops. So and it's all about magic. The main character is named Wizard, and pretty much he uses humanity's beliefs in anything, right? So he would suck up my belief in entertainment to be powered, and his beard represents his power. Anyway, regardless, it's a long story to get into. Koala down here. He has a cool animal companion that changes form a lot of times. Always Australian animals, which makes it fun and exciting because these are like weird animals, and unless you're from Australia, they're always surprising, like a wombat or a kangaroo, of course, but he's usually a koala. And let me show you some quick art here. I just got two. I got this double spread here. You got a tiger dragon facing out against like demons from hell. Again, no spoilers. Koala is riding the dragon with the Norway flag on the equipment. I'm not going to say why Norway is involved into the war for a world, but anyway, that's how crazy it is. I score every comic book. I score everything I do. The site I use is Goodreads, so it's like IMDb. It's 5 stars. So, and you can't do and a halves. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. Period. So, and I score trades, not single issues. Every trade is like around 6 issues. This consistent 4. 4 is always my consistent score. It's very rare I get a 5. It's very rare I get a 3 because I only go like I do my research, right? So I only read good stuff. But I wished this was a 5. The final issue, the actual ending, is a 5. But that's just one issue. You know what I mean? So, very good series, especially if, like, you know what I mean? But don't go out of your way. Trust me, I'll talk about more comics that are way better than this. It's just because I finished it last night. And as always, this series is all about that. Here, last image here. 3 giant demon beasts. So you got a demon bear, demon goat, demon centaur. I don't know what the last one is. But yeah, they're attacking. They're gigantic beasts. Anyway, so as you can see, the art pops. If you look up Curse Words comic, anywhere, you'll see the images, and trust me, just for that alone, you know, I had to talk about it. And again, right after I'm done with this stream, I'm going to do a serious video that's going to be on my actual main channel. It won't be a live stream. It'll be just me full cam, talking about these 2 books. The best 2 comics I've read in the last decade. Doomsday Clock, sequel to Watchmen, Batman Who Laughs. Most ambitious Batman story ever told in continuity. It's crazy. So yeah, I'll talk about that after. Just about that. Man, we gotta walk all the way back. Brutal. Oh, man. And finally, this will be the last longing that will be on the longing list. I'm gonna go to just chatting. I'm still gonna be playing the game. It'll still be the same format. But because it's gonna be a lot shorter, and it's just gonna be me talking about the topics, most of the time, instead of playing the game. Yeah, gotta switch it up. Gotta get that just chatting audience. They expect like just some dude talking, and they see this weird shadow walking to his doom. This is where I thought the rock would roll down, by the way. Shit, I should have checked if I could have pushed it. Regardless, we'll come back for the spider, so we'll do in like 5 days. So yeah, we'll do another pass. And the last thing I want to talk about is Josef Fares, of course, which I can't really do because I need to open a separate page, and that means he will stop walking. So instead, I'll talk about what I'm going to be doing tonight, which we'll be talking about tomorrow. So it's a quick preview. Pick up. These are easy to miss, by the way. Coal. By the way, I have enough coal to build a fire, so I'm pretty excited. We're going to be building a fire next time we go home. And, what was it? Oh, yeah. So there's a UFC show tonight. First UFC show, 2021. Very excited to watch it. It's a main event. Calvin Kattar, boxer. KOs. Period. Just comes in your face, hits you hard. It's very simple. I go out of my way to explain it because Calvin Kattar is an unknown. Because he's going against, dang it, it's Holloway. It's Holloway, son of a bitch. I'm forgetting his first name here. I feel so bad because he was the featherweight, I believe. Yeah, featherweight champ. Might be the best champ ever. He beat Jose Aldo to get the belt. Beat him twice. Kept the belt for 2 more fights after that. And now he just lost twice in a row to the new champion, Alexander Volkanovski. What's controversial is that most people say he won those fights. Me included. I'm sitting here, freaking hell, what's his name? I can look it up. I feel so bad right here. Just forgetting his first name. It's not, it's Max. Of course it's Max. I didn't have to look it up. It's Max Holloway. So Max Holloway got beat twice by judge's decision, which means they fought for 5 rounds, punching each other in the face only. They barely went to the ground. If not, they didn't. And he lost both technically. But again, technically, most people, I would say, it's pretty 50-50. But most people would say he should have won, if not one, but mostly both those fights, which is crazy. But because we've seen it twice and it was literally the same thing 2 times, it was kind of hard to justify a 3rd time. Life's not fair sometimes. He's a perfect example of that. But now they put him up against a up-and-comer boxer, and the fight's going to be the same. It's going to be another 5-round war of just 2 dudes punching each other in the faces for 25 minutes, which is the ultimate match. It's the ultimate thing to watch. It's so fun. That's why you want to watch UFC, and then you watch it, and sometimes, most times, it ends up with, guys punching each other in the face for 2 minutes, but then you have like 13 minutes of some hugging on the ground, And of course, it's not that. Fans know it's not that, but it sure looks that way, especially from a casual perspective. So that's tonight. Very pumped about that. And I'm also probably going to watch a big-time animated movie. I've been sleeping on these 4 films for too long now, so I'm watching one tonight. It'll probably be Wolfwalkers. Piece of wood. One of my biggest dreams is to build a bed someday. Dude, we're going to build that bed. I'm telling you, in 5 months, if we don't have a bed, I don't know how to... But we'll come up with a repercussions. We're going to save this bed. I'm serious. And we're like, once I have 5 viewers, we'll come up with a poll, and I'll have something bad happen to me in 6 months if I don't have a bed. I said 5, but 6 months will be when the punishment comes around. Can you imagine not having a bed in 5 months? But it's that kind of game. Ooh, okay, I thought this would be a disappointment. We keep on going. So we're going to do this path completely, because when you think about it, it's the last path of this cave. And then that'll be it for today. And to be honest, I'm happy. Because like I said at the beginning, oh, there it is. That's the tool we needed for the crystals. Ah, damn it. Where were those crystals? We'll have to go back for the... Oh, never mind. We can't go down. There seems to be no easy way down. So what's the hard way? Shit, it's like a separate path. So yeah, they're just teasing. This game. That's life, right? You gotta work hard to get to somewhere. Okay, clearly we need something heavy here. I can't jump. Like, I wish I could make my character jump, because this would break. Wait, let me walk back and forth. No, they just put a sound thing. But now we know, that's probably the solution. Which is a weird one. We need either a boulder. Man, imagine if you could push that boulder from way up top all the way down here. That'd be pretty crazy, but pretty impressive. So I think we're done. We're done. There's a lot more of the cave that I have to explore. We do want to go back home, because again, I want to build a fire. But we'll have to do this next time. Because again, I don't want these to be long. If they're long, it's a flaw. Here we go. So we're going to do Josef Fares. Again, Josef Fares, big time developer. At the Game Awards 2 years ago, he said fuck the Oscars, straight to the camera. It was a funny moment, but also you don't do that kind of thing unless you're crazy and you're badass and you are unabashedly yourself and you have a safe job from which you cannot be fired from, which he does have, which is a game director at his studio Hazelight. I don't know which country, but they did Brother: A Tales of Two Sons, amazing indie game, brutal, and the great co-op game A Way Out, which I played with a dear friend, and gameplay wise it's rough, but man, it's an experience I'll never forget, right? Which is the Shawshank Redemption game where you break out of prison. It's good stuff. So again, IGN did an interview. I'm not playing the game anymore, I apologize, but I will be reading to you what he said in this interview. And and I'll paraphrase some of the stuff, because he's talking about It Takes Two, which is a upcoming co-op game coming out in March, I believe, about a couple that are going to get divorced. So they got to get through this magical land. They get thrown to this magical land. They're made out of straw or whatever. Not straw, out of fabric. When in doubt, fabric. And so yeah, did an interview. Okay, there are so many unique and cool story experiences with a tailored co-op experience you can create. Okay, this is just like classic stuff. He said he like invented the genre because no one had the balls to do a full co-op game, you know, high budget. Yeah, we are the best in the world because nobody else is doing it. Again, Josef Fares. Everything I say now will be from Josef Fares. Okay, when I believe in something, nothing can stop me. Obviously, no one believes in A Way Out. Not even EA thought it would sell, but they still believed in me. I didn't care. I was like, this is going to happen. Now, we've sold almost 3.5 million units of that game. These numbers for a small team of 35 people are madness, you know? And at 3.5 million units sold, that means that, I don't know, almost 7 million people played this game, which is crazy. Again, he's talking about A Way Out. Trust me, it gets way more insane in just a bit. Now, it's proven, but for me, the important thing was to follow your passion and what you believe in. I love this guy. I do believe that there might be someone in the industry who wanted to try this kind of game, but they didn't really dare to because they were afraid of what could happen. I just think that sometimes you need to fuck shit up and really go with what you truly believe in. That's the only thing that matters, you know? I do think and hope that more people do this, especially when publishers see that, oh, we have an audience here. People want this, obviously. Again, talking about co-op games. Ooh, this guy gets me heated in a good way. Anyway. So yeah, he's talking about like, he's out to prove that point again with It Takes Two. Trust me, he goes on a Xbox rant in just a sec. Here we go. Okay. Of course, I wish we could have pushed all that more with A Way Out, but it was hard with the team we had. But I still think we did a great job considering what we had. In A Way Out, we got compared to AAA titles. You know, you compare Uncharted's shooting with our shooting. I mean, come on. We had one coder on our shooting. One coder. But with this game, we have gotten way better and we can deliver a way better game. So of course he's getting into, you know, he sold me. Like I'm already sold. Like I was already sold even before he talked, but now it's like, of course, there we go. I do believe in the narrative game. We really need to look closer at how mechanics are connected to story. And I really, truly believe that in other narrative games, sometimes designers and writers are making two different games. We need to drop the idea of the old thing where you learn your mechanic and blah, 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 you get better. That's old design rules. I don't care about them. They could function and work in another game, but in story experiences, you have to have the game and the narrative meld together. This is what we're trying to do. Everything the characters are seeing or interacting with or encountering is part of the gameplay. And this guy, man, like it's funny because when you read it, this is me talking, when you read it, just like, you know, it's not that impressive, but man, just saying it out loud, it's like this guy literally can say no wrong except for fuck the Oscars. Okay, back to Josef Fares. Okay, wait. Okay, because this starts weird. Okay. No. The next game I have in my head is very different to this. Okay, sorry. The context here is... Okay, he's talking about his next game and how it will differ, like if it will be the same as It Takes Two. Okay? Here we go. The next game I have in my head will be very different to this. I mean, very different. This is not the new tone for the kind of game we're doing. It's a comedy tone. It Takes Two. The next game is totally different. It's something totally else. English is his second language, which is so cool. We're going to start with it the next month. Okay, sorry. This was not needed to be read. Okay, here we go. This is it. This is why I'm reading this in the first place. Yeah. I don't really care about consoles. I care about games. Of course, I wish we could have looked more into the new consoles, the next generation. I'm just happy they are more powerful because it takes a lot of time when a console is not really powerful enough. But what I like about the new generation is that they are powerful, that we can focus on them. But to be honest with you, they came in so late in our production. Of course, it's going to look better on PS5, Xbox Series X, but we didn't really have the time to adjust them and make the PS5 version special or the Xbox, blah blah, whatever they call the Xbox Series. Here we go. That's a fucking confusing name. What the fuck? What the fuck's going on with Microsoft? They're losing it, man. What the fuck is going on? Like Series S, X, Max, Next? I mean, who knows this? Come on, madness. Call it the Microsoft box and that's it. I don't know. It's a total fucking mess. Trust me, even them, they're confused in their offices. What is this? XS? I don't know. What the fuck? Oh my god. And then it reads, he collects himself for a second. Anyway. Oh man, that's why I had to read this. It's so good. And that's it. I think that's how the interview ends. Okay. And it finally ends with, there's so much stuff to be explored in narrative experiences. I keep saying this. This is just the beginning. We are just getting started, so there will be a lot more. And then it ends with the interviewer saying, just the interviewer. And when he says it with total conviction. I believe him. End of article. Beautiful. This is a IGN article. Just write IGN, Josef Fares. Joseph, Gosef. But anyway, I pretty much read the whole thing. That was good. That Xbox rant is so good. Like, I think I'm gonna like cut it out, make a clip out of it, just out of context, because it's crazy. He gets so mad over the fact that the Xbox Series X is a shitty name, and he's so right. Anyway, I love Josef Fares, and everything he said about like game development and the future of his games were so spot on. You can't not love that guy. He's too good. He's too good. And speaking of too good, we're done. We'll be talking about these two good comics right after this in about 20 minutes, and that'll be it for today. But I'll be back tomorrow with some USC thoughts and a sick best of 2020 animated film. What it's going to be, we'll find out. So see you tomorrow, or see you soon for some comics talk. Peace.